Alright, so we have 4 takeaways from the Bengals minicamp. Alright, coming in from James Rapine. James Rapine. I hope it's not Rapion. That would be really bad. I'm going to highly doubt that, though, because I think that wouldn't make much sense. But anyway, though, guys, today we have the 4 takeaways. Now, my 4 takeaways from minicamp was I felt like, number 1, Jordan Battle got a lot of playtime. A lot of practicing because Nick Scott is still recovering from his injury. Even though Nick Scott did say he's 95% healthy, ready to go. He just has to get medically cleared. But when it comes to Jordan Battle, getting more playtime on this defense, more communication with the guys, the rotation purposes, I love that. That was my number 1 takeaway, was probably the best thing we could have happen. Jordan Battle getting more in this defense. Number 2, Joe looks good. Joe looks absolutely amazing. I'm not talking about the headband. I'm talking about the throws he was making. Overall, his size looks better. He just looks like every single year 1,000 times better since the injury. So, love to see that. Number 3, the offensive line. Collins was looking good in the short, time he was practicing. Jonah's back, and he's looking okay. That's great. Jackson Carman is looking freaking amazing. Line is just absolutely stunning out. Number 3, the rookies looked amazing. I just talked about Jordan Battle, but Chase Brown looked great. Andre looked great. Robbins, so on and so on, right? All those guys looked amazing. My 4th takeaway here, in all honesty, is this is going to be a special team. And I can't wait to training camp at the end of July to see what this team can look like even more. Because at the end of July, we get back a couple guys. Cheeto is back. Also, DJ Reader is going to be back. So, 2 guys at the end of July is going to look really amazing. Alright, so the first takeaway. Joe Burrow's urgency. Burrow grabbed headlines this week when he said that he wanted to be the best in the world. It's a title that belongs to Patrick Mahomes, Burrow said, at least for now. Oh, I also have to make sure I do this. Hey, Chiefs fans! Because apparently every video I post now about the Bengals, the Chiefs comment on every single video, and yeah, it's amazing. I wouldn't necessarily say motivation. I would say urgency, Burrow said this week. We've been there, done that. Now it's time to take the next step. I wouldn't say that's extra motivation because we're motivated every game. Every day, every year, I would say the sense of urgency has risen in that locker room. Of course it has. Because this team could win 2, 3, 4, 5 Super Bowls. This team could win out of the next 5 Super Bowls. They could win all 5. Right, this is a good enough squad. They have the star receivers. They got the star running backs. They got the great offensive line. Their defense is absolutely roided out. This team could go win Super Bowl. So, I agree that urgency is now because, 2, 3 years down the line, you don't know what this team's going to look like, right? 5 years down the line, you don't know what this team's going to look like. 10 years, whatever the case, right? So, this is, and I know Burrow said before the Super Bowl window is his whole entire career, and I do agree on that. It is his whole entire career because no matter how you look at it, Burrow's going to be great his whole entire career. But you right now have the best chance to go win a Super Bowl. The AFC outside of the Chiefs, I mean, what, Buffalo? And we smacked them up and down the wall? Like, there's no one else in the AFC that's scary. Other than maybe the AFC North and Baltimore, and they're going to get better and better too. You got to keep in mind, Steelers are going to get better, Browns are going to get better, and the Ravens are going to get better. The Chiefs are going to continue to progress. The Bills will get better, so right now is the time to go win a Super Bowl. It really was. The last 2 years, it was get beyond the Chiefs, you got a Super Bowl. Get beyond the Chiefs, this year, you got a Super Bowl. This year right now, Chiefs, Super Bowl. You got to get it done. You got to finish it. And I love how Burrow is focused on that and the urgency. Because, yes, right now it's the best time possible. In the future, things are going to change. The Texans in the future might be a really great football team. But for right now, they're probably going to have a year or two where it's going to take C.J. Stroud some time to get better and start developing. Same thing with the Titans. Same thing with all these teams. So, this is the urgency right now to get it done. Rookies impress. Okay. The Bengals rookie minicamp rookies certainly flashed your potential this week. Every single guy seemed to impress coaches, from the top pick Myles Murphy to 7th round pick DJ Ivy. Murphy's size and speed continue to jump off the page for Cincinnati. He's still learning, but in addition should bode well for a defensive line that has become one of the deeper units in the NFL. I love the rotation we have on this defensive line. Like, that is Hendrickson, Hubbard, Reeder, BJ Hill, Joseph Asai, Myles Murphy. I mean, just the rotation we have is amazing. Linebacking, a little bit thinner linebacker, but just to be able to keep these guys fresh and rotating, and love to see that Myles Murphy is balling out. DJ Turner, though, I'm excited about him. You already know, if you see my videos, Chase Brown, my number one, okay? Chase Brown's my number one. Number 2 is probably Charlie Jones. Number 2 is probably Jordan Battle. Number 3 is Charlie Jones. Number 4 is DJ Turner. But even DJ Turner might be that number above Charlie. It's getting close. DJ had a few pass breakups in a 7-on-7 drill this week. Jordan Battle continues to rotate with the starting unit and appears to be on track to gain snaps at safety early in the season. And again, like I said, with Nick Scott, still recovering and not 100%, this gives Battle a chance to get on the starting roster. And that's absolutely amazing, especially when we lost Jesse Bates and Von Bell this offseason, to have someone who can step up and really take over and really get those important snaps. And as he said, communication with the rest of the secondary is important. Charlie Jones caught a touchdown for Trevor Siemian on Thursday and impressed his teammates and staff with his work ethic and route running. And that's what, based on what I'm saying, that's how he was at college too. Chase Brown explosiveness is on full display. Daily punter Brad Robbins is living up to expectations, and Andre doesn't seem to be overwhelmed by the jump from Ivy League to the NFL. And again, another guy I'd love to see start really being productive, or continue to be productive, I would say. It's been a productive offseason for the entire rookie class, yeah. And, it's not that this rookie class needed to be perfect, right? Because obviously every rookie class you want to be the best possible, right? Because it's going to help you out to get to closer to Super Bowl. And every year you lose players. Like, that's just a fact of the matter is, right? So that rookie class this year, for the next 4 years, hypothetically speaking, everything works out. The next 4 years, we have these guys. The next 4 years, these guys are going to eventually replace some stars on this football team. Maybe not the top guys like T or Chase, but Tyler Boyd, some offensive linemen maybe, I know we didn't draft any offensive linemen this year, but they're going to slowly start leaving, and you got to get new guys in, right? And obviously, what's his name? Robbins is going to be the immediate replacement right now for Drew Chrisman, but, the theory is you want your every draft class to be that next 4 years. And especially, like I said at the beginning of this video, with this being the Super Bowl, the urgency right now to go win Super Bowls, this draft class needed to hit. And I think for the most part, it really did. I think they did an amazing job at getting all the pieces they needed for this draft class. Especially after this offseason. We lost Hayden Hurst, Von Bell, Jesse Bates, Samaj P. Ryan. That's 4 key players to this team. And also, I guess Eli Apple and Trey Flowers. But based on what you guys are telling me down below in all my comment sections, losing those 2 guys weren't really that big of a deal. I don't know. Maybe I'm just great. But that's what you guys have been telling me down below in my comment sections. You guys are like, oh, yeah, losing those guys, not a big deal. Anyway, though, right tackle battle. Let's talk about the next one. Jackson Carman continues to take first-team reps at right tackle, with Collins sidelined and Jonah Williams not fully cleared after undergoing knee surgery this offseason. Okay, so I thought he was, Williams was back. I thought he was okay to go for mandatory minicamp. I guess not. He's not fully cleared yet. So he's there, he's just not actually getting reps yet, which is not surprising. He'll be ready for training camp. It was never left tackle, right tackle. Oh, yeah, we're not going to get into that whole thing with the whole Jonah Williams. Just to sum up what he's talking about, Jonah was not contacted by the Bengals when they went ahead and signed Orlando Brown, and he felt slighted by that, and then his agent tried to contact the Bengals multiple times to get like some kind of understanding of what's going on. Like, is he going to still be left tackle? Is he going to be the right tackle? And based on what, was said by Jonah, the Bengals ignored him. The Bengals ignored his agent, they ignored him, and they never contacted his agent back. So his agent then went ahead, and I guess him or his agent, they sent a text message in their chat saying, hey, listen, we want to be traded. And the Bengals never responded back to him. They never even said anything. So he didn't know if he was able to go talk to other teams or, try to find a trade partner because they never contacted him back. They left him on red. They said, bro, you're not even worth talking to. And then eventually, he's now in process. So it was a mess. But nonetheless, though, my opinion on the whole matter is they don't owe him anything. They don't owe him a phone call. If they're going to try to make their team better, he's just another piece of the system. So it is what it is. Last thing, Cheeto recovery. So Cheeto is going to be coming back in training camp. So the end of July, which is absolutely awesome. As it says right here, continues to impress after undergoing knee reconstruction surgery in November. I see the same things you guys do. Cheeto built different, Taylor said. He's done a great job attacking the rehab and doing great things you need to do coming off the injury he had on Halloween. So excited to see continued progress he's making. Don't want to make any rush judgments on whenever he'll be back. And based on what you understand, he'll be back by training camp at the end of July. So, very awesome. Can't wait for training camp. Now we're kind of in that standstill, that kind of phase of after mandatory minicamp and before training camp. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.